Hey everybody, today I'm going to teach you how to play Slide Blast, a 2 to 6 player game from Foxmind Games. So let's take a look at what's in the box. First off, I want to show that we have a nice insert here to hold all the pieces. I think I've said in previous videos how I enjoy a game that has a nice insert, and this one does a great job of keeping everything together and sorted out. So first up, we have our cool little slide meeples. Let's see if I can get a look at them, because that's exactly what you would look like if you're going down a water slide having a good time. We've got our character cards, so those would be these. Got our characters. They have a little reference guide on the back, which we'll talk about later. We have these little tokens that were on the back of the character card. We have some big pieces. This is our starting spot right here, double-sided. We have some blue tiles. We have some yellow tiles. So the blue tiles look like these. There's going to be several different types. You got some straight slides and curved slides. We have some slides with red lines on them. Those are fast slides. We have some kind of slanted slides like that. So you'll have all different slides like that. We might draw a tile out like this. It is a small version of one of these attraction tiles. Or we may draw one out like this. It's a tunnel, and there's a few different tunnels down here too. So let's get set up and talk about Slide Blast. So in Slide Blast, the object is to build the longest water slide. So first thing you want to do is get your starting tile and set it up, and set all of your slide meeples on their starting positions. Take anything with a blue background, separate it into two separate piles, shuffle it up. Take anything with a yellow background and set it off to the side. And take these large attraction tiles and set those off to the side with the ones with the yellow background as well. So everyone is dealt a starting tile. So in our hand we'll have one, and when it's our turn we will draw one, so we'll have two to choose from. As it turns out, I have the exact same ones. So when it is your turn, you take your piece that you want and put it at the end of your slide. If I was the gray player, I'd do that and slide your person down. Keep the second one in your hand for the next turn. And it follows just like that. So this person has this one in their hand, drew another one that was the same. Let's say purple wants to go there and go back around here. When placing a tile, there's a few rules. You cannot place one that would send you back to your starting barrel. So you can't go back into someone else's barrel. You cannot collide with another player. And you cannot go into a tunnel exit, which I'll get to in just a minute. So let me take a few turns and then we'll fast forward ahead. Alright, we've taken a few rounds and we're back around to the green player's second turn. So I stopped here to want to show you a few things and where these tokens come into play here. So if you help another slider slide down, you get a token. So let's show you a few what ifs here. Let's say I had this one in my hand and then I draw off the pile and I get this one. So if I would like to play this one, let's take a look how that would go. There's no way I can fit this in here under the rules of where the purple and the green slider would not hit each other. So I cannot play this one. So if I drew this one, my next option is to discard this and take this big piece. If we look on this big piece, unfortunately it has the exact same problem. If any time you cannot play either of your two pieces, you discard one and get a lifeguard tile. So the lifeguard tiles look like this. There you go. There's a thin and a thick side. The thin is the entrance, the thick side is the exit. They have numbers on them. So I would put down like this, for instance. And now I have to place the thick side. The 1 has to place somewhere because I put the 1 on my green slider. I cannot place it again with the, I have to follow the same rules. I can't put it back into a barrel. I can't go back into another slider. I also, when placing a tunnel exit, it has to touch, it can only touch one side when I place it. I cannot stick it in here like that. It's only one side. So what I can do is place it to where I go into 1, out of 1, into 2, and back out of 2. Oh, I lied. I can't place it there because that's touching 2. I could do that if, say this wasn't here, and I did that. But since this is here, I cannot do that either. So, just wanted to show you how that tunnel worked. There is a tunnel in the game, and I'll show you that one here in a second. So let's pretend actually we drew this piece instead of this one. So we got this guy, and I want to play it. So I get rid of that, and I get the big version of it. Let's see if we can legally play this. Alright, and that does fit in there perfectly. So the yellow slider slides down, the green slider slides down, and the purple slider slides down. And that's where we come to these. So on that turn, the green slider helped the purple slider and the yellow slider. So they would get 2 of these tokens for helping 2 people. On the back of our player card, like I said, there is a guide here. So it's 1 point for 1 token. It doesn't matter. It says beach ball. It doesn't matter. Any of these tokens are the same. 2 tokens gives you 3 points. So I just got 3 points for the end of the game. If I can get more tokens, I can, as you see, rack up quite a few points. So now that we've moved the green player, we're on to the yellow player's turn. So the yellow player has these 2. This is again one of the special tiles. It has the red lines. It is a fast tile. So what happens is when you place the red tile, you go and immediately draw another tile and take a second turn. As you can see, I drew my tunnel entrance, which I can play, or I could play this turn. Let's go ahead and do the tunnel entrance and show you how that works again. So when I get that, I automatically grab the octopus. So whenever you get the helmet, you automatically grab the octopus. As you can see, this one is thick. It is your exit. Follows the same rules. So I'm going into 1. I need to place 1, and I can put it anywhere as long as it's only touching the one side. So if I want to go all the way over here, I would go in there at 1, I would come out here at 1, and that would happen. Also want to show real quick, since we did put the tunnel exit here, the gray player's turn came and they could no longer turn, so they had to go straight because they cannot go into an exit. You have to go in there and out here. You cannot go in here and out there. So keep that in mind when you're placing your tiles. The end of the game is triggered when we are out of these 2 stacks, and then we would go back to the top and count up our slides. So let me show you how to do that. This isn't all the tiles, but I've got a lot of them set out, so let me show you how to do final scoring. You take all of your sliders, you put them back at the top on their starting spot, and then you count them. I always count the starting spot just to make me feel better about getting one higher number, but you can or can't. That's up to you. Just make sure that you're consistent. So we'll go and count all the slide tiles that our person connected. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I did count the exit and the entrance. And then we take a look at our player. How many tokens they had was 2. So 3 more points. And that is how you play Slide Blast. And that was Slide Blast. Again, from Foxmind Games. 2 to 6 players. It's got a high player count. It's easy to play, easy to teach, easy to learn. Plays fast. You'll enjoy it. Follow me on Instagram, Stork Plays Games. Click a like on my YouTube. Subscribe or comment below. Thanks a lot for watching.